The days of the Dhul Hijjah are softened, and opportunities for forgiveness and nearness to Allah are opened wide for those who are ready to return sincerely. There are moments in the year when Allah, out of His infinite mercy, opens special doors for His servants' doors that are not always open, opportunities that do not come every day, and blessings that are not repeated in the same way again. And from those moments are the blessed days of the Dhul Hijjah, a time when the air itself feels different for the believer, not because the world has changed, but because Allah has placed within these days a hidden mercy for those who are attentive, those who are awake, those who are willing to turn back to Him before it is too late. Many people pass through these days without realizing their weight. They are busy with life, with work, with plans, with distractions, and they treat these days like any other days. But for the believer who understands, these are not just dates on a calendar. These are days that Allah Himself has sworn by in the Quran. Days in which small actions become heavy on the scale. Days in which a simple takbir, a sincere dua, a quiet tear and sujood can carry rewards beyond imagination. And yet the most beautiful part is not the actions themselves, but the invitation hidden within them. It is as if Allah is calling His servants closer, saying, "Come back to me in these days even if you have been distant before. Come back to me in these days even if you feel unworthy. Come back to me because my mercy is wider than your mistakes." So as the Dhul Hijjah approaches, it is not just a season passing through time. It is a reminder that life itself is a journey of returning. And perhaps this is your moment to return more sincerely than ever before. The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are not ordinary days in the sight of Allah. They are days filled with mercy, blessings, forgiveness, and opportunities that many people do not fully realize until they have already passed. In a world where people constantly chase success, happiness, and peace through worldly things, Allah gives believers certain moments in life where the doors of spiritual success are opened wider than usual. And among the greatest of these moments are the blessed days of the Dhul Hijjah. These days remind us that life is moving quickly. Another year has almost passed, and with every passing year we are getting closer to our meeting with Allah. Sometimes people become so busy with work, stress, social media, money, or daily routines that they forget to pause and reflect on their relationship with their Creator. But arrives like a spiritual wake-up call. It reminds believers that no matter how distracted life has become, the door back to Allah is still open. What makes these days so special is that Allah loves good deeds performed during them more than during many other times of the year. Even small acts of worship carry immense value. A sincere dua, few moments of dhikr, a small charity, helping someone quietly, reading Quran, fasting, praying extra salah, or simply turning to Allah with an honest heart can become extremely heavy on the scale of good deeds. This shows the generosity of Allah because He gives massive rewards for actions that may seem small to us. The beauty of these days is that every believer can participate no matter where they are in life. You do not need to be wealthy, famous, or perfect. You do not need to have a flawless past. Allah opens these days for everyone, for the struggling believer, the sinner trying to return, the person carrying pain silently, and even the one who feels spiritually weak. These are days of hope, days where hearts can heal and souls can reconnect with Allah sincerely. Dhul Hijjah is also deeply connected to sacrifice, submission, and trust in Allah. The story of Prophet Ibrahim teaches believers what it means to put Allah above personal desires, fears, and attachments. His obedience was not easy, but because he trusted Allah completely, Allah honored him forever. This reminds believers that true peace comes when a person submits fully to Allah's wisdom, even when they do not. Understand everything happening in life. For many people, these days may become a turning point. A person may begin praying sincerely again. Someone may leave a sin behind. Someone may cry to Allah after months or years of spiritual distance. Someone may finally make dua with complete honesty. And perhaps through one sincere moment during these blessed days, Allah may change the direction of an entire life. That is why these days should never be treated casually. They are a gift from Allah, a chance to reset the heart, Seek forgiveness, increase worship, and prepare for the akhirah before time runs out. Because none of us know if we will live to see another Dhul Hijjah again. The blessed days of Dhul Hijjah are not just another passage of time on the Islamic calendar. They are among the most honored and spiritually powerful days that Allah has given to this ummah. These are days filled with mercy, forgiveness, and countless opportunities to draw closer to Allah in ways that may not be available at any other time of the year. When these days approach, it is as if the believer is being gently reminded that life is not meant to be lived in distraction alone, but in preparation for something far greater than meeting Allah with a heart that has tried to return to Him sincerely. Many people live their lives moving from one responsibility to another, from one goal to another, and from one distraction to another, without realizing how quickly time passes. Days turn into months, and months turn into years, and suddenly a person looks back and wonders where all the time went. But then come moments like the Dhul Hijjah, where Allah places special blessings within a short period of time, reminding us that not all days are equal. Some days carry more weight in reward, more opportunity for forgiveness, and more chance for transformation than others. These are days when small actions are magnified, when sincere intentions are elevated, and when a single moment of remembrance can become a means of lifelong change. The beauty of these days lies in how accessible the mercy of Allah becomes. A person does not need wealth, status, or special circumstances to benefit from them. A simple act of remembering Allah, a sincere dua made in loneliness, a quiet moment of gratitude, or even a heartfelt repentance can become something great in the sight of Allah. It is not about the size of the action, but the sincerity behind it. And that is why these days are so special. They bring the servant back to the essence of worship, where the heart connects directly with its Creator without barriers. Allah reminds us in His wisdom that these days are beloved to Him. The first 10 days of the Dhul Hijjah are filled with opportunities that even the righteous of the past looked forward to with anticipation. It is a time when fasting, charity, remembrance, and good deeds carry a unique weight. It is a time when believers are encouraged to increase in takbir, to soften their hearts, and to renew their intentions. And above all, it is a time to return from negligence, return from delay, and return from distance to nearness with Allah. What makes this period even more powerful is the invitation it carries. It feels as though Allah is calling out to His servants in a very personal way, reminding them that no matter how far they have gone, the door is still open. No matter how many mistakes have been made, the mercy of Allah is still greater. And no matter how busy life has become, there is still time to pause, reflect, and reconnect with the one who created everything. As the Dhul Hijjah approaches, the believer is given a chance to reset spiritually. It is not about perfection, but about direction. It is about turning the heart back toward Allah, even if slowly, even if quietly, even if imperfectly. Because sometimes the greatest transformation does not begin with a big change, but with a sincere intention in a small moment of awareness.